there. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side as we did on this side. And I might do this a little bit differently than I did, but notice here I slide the foot out and then we come back. So I'm going to do the same thing. Looks like that should be on X. So the same thing here, about 4 frames. That was on Y. And then because of that, I've had to use a little bit of a ball roll. To get that in there. Bring that out. And let's see what's going on here. Looks like we're rotating down. I think I'm going to keep the head straight. We got to bring this down. And we'll bring this back. We'll bring this forward. I think I initially had this, yeah, it's at the same point that I had the other one. I mean, I could slide it back just a little bit. And then for this foot, I'm going to do the same thing here. That should be 15. Actually, that should be 15. This should be 20. All right. So come down, our down position, and then our next position, the character is going to be up. And we're going to the passing position here. So about 4 more frames down. We're going to move this up. We're going to shift the weight over. This foot's going to start to slide back. I'm going to get rid of ball roll. This foot's going to come up and forward. Might have to use a little bit of that. We need to turn the hips in the right direction. I'm going to start to bring this back. We're going to start to bring this forward. I can bring this up a little bit. I can bring the head up a little bit. And we hit the S key. And then we come down a little bit, and then we get ready for this position here where we're about to step down. So about right there. Move the foot out. Comes down. And I think that's it. And I can always add stuff afterwards. And I'm just going to key it. So we can let's save it before it crashes. So if I'm remotely happy with it, then at this point I'm going to change my tangents. And I'm not going to make this perfect because we don't have time. I'm just kind of going through the process because all of you guys have taken AM308, right? You've taken that first, huh? Oh, you haven't yet? Well, you're getting your first tips of animation. Just do the best you can. Then we change it. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to work in passes. So, with a cycle, your first frame and your last frame have to be the same thing. It has to look completely the same or it's not going to work. And let's go ahead and since we have this, let's add a little bit more so you can actually see some of this stuff. So right now, we're going to add in a flop. So with these here, that's -30. I'm going to go ahead and just key those, key select it. And that should come down. And then from here, once this is in the air again, about here, I'm going to select these three. Looks like my claw isn't working. Maybe it's something I did from the other day. And what I'm going to do is key that. And then here, if this is -30, we'll go back to here and we'll drop those, paste those in, those values in. Let's see if this claw is working. Yeah, it is working. But this claw is not. Everything else is. So let's save it. going to use final. So inside of scale, locked, my RT legs, the rolls, the claw roll doesn't have anything. Let's see this. Yeah, it is working. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Windows, animation editors, general editors, connection editor, claw mount. I want my claw roll. And it's rotate Z. And we test it. And I could lock this down some more. And it really should be locked down some more, but I'm going to leave it as is. And we save it. And we open this up. And now I should see it. And we got a little bit with it. So, alright. And this may seem a little bit too human, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll do the same thing here. And the thing is, I'm adding up all the things that I need to make this look believable. So for this, I can do the same thing. So when we're in the air here, key it. Then when I come here, lift it up. I still want that negative. Key selected, and I'm right clicking. And then it'll hit. And now we need to do some stuff with the tail. So let's say here, we get a little bit of weight. Here, maybe the tail comes up some. Say here it stays up for balance. And it's there. Now, and I'm just using these all at once. That's the only way I'm getting this. Not the correct way, but I'm using this kind of a fast. Hey, here we go. Let's bring this up. Let's keep this up. Maybe not that much. Until we need to hit again. And then what I can do is also do things like offset my keyframes, but I just want to get the cycle going, and I'm also using this to figure out what I need to fix, my weights, and also see everything working. Because if you don't test it, this is the whole point that we animate, is to test our rigs. Is this the best animation in the world? No. Not even close. But you have to test it and you have to animate it to do it. And it was easier for me to just, hey, do a walk cycle than to have you do individual ones, which may be the same amount or even more work in this case.